So, as an avid learner these days, I'm always interested in reading new books, and I actually have compiled a list of books that I'm going to read for the month of July, and I want to share them with you guys. So, maybe you guys could get some ideas of what to read this month to improve yourself as a person or your business and such. Because this time I've got a bit of a variety compared to last month, where it was more romance and such. This one is more general help but overall these books should be good. Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Aquino and I help teach the next generation, and I've got 4 books for you today. They're all varying levels of interest for you potentially, but I've read a couple of these already, and I can definitely say they're definitely worth reading from what I've seen. And some of the people I have written the books I personally respect, because I've read like 7 of their books, but we'll get to it. So the first book I plan on reading is one that I have read maybe 20 times. I'm going to make it the 21st, is The Way of the Superior Man. Now, hear me out. If there's any book that you need to read at all, if you want to be more of a masculine man, you need this book. This book is your Bible, your textbook. This is the ultimate learning piece that you need to know front and back. This book, I cannot sing enough praise for. Every chapter has a gem in it. Like the first chapter, when I read it for the first time, I was like, okay, well then, this is going to be one of those books where it actually like challenges what I think a man should be. And it definitely does that. First chapter, I believe, was just saying, just stop hoping for everything to get better. It just never will. It just never will. So stop bothering with that and get to work. Work on your highest purpose right now. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that shit. Damn. So this book 100% is a goddamn must read. If you're not reading this and you want to become more masculine, you're doing a lot more work than you need to, when this book genuinely does it all for you. So this, if any of the books I'm going to recommend, this is the one you have to pick up. And if you're a woman, this is actually still a good book to read, so you understand what men have to consistently think about and go through their day to day. So while I'm recommending this to mainly the men, you're a woman, you might still enjoy it. I wouldn't know because I'm not one, but you probably would still enjoy it in the sense of understanding the mentality that your man might have, or that your future man might have in you know, when you meet them. So just keep that in mind. So that's book number 1. Now, book number 2, it's just one that I haven't read before, and I would like to start reading some more different books that I just haven't read before. More different, it's not a word. The Lean Startup by Eric Rice. I'm going to say Rice because I don't know how to say his name. But I have heard a lot of good things about this book, and I would like to see what this person offers in this book, if it has any value for my book business. That while we may have sold the in-person inventory, we still have about 1,000 or so inventory sent to Amazon FBA. So I'm curious to see if there's any gems in here that I could use for that, or if there's anything that I could use potentially in YouTube. So this book is a bit more of an easier one to say. Is I just haven't read this yet, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I am an entrepreneur, so I want to see and read and learn more about entrepreneurship, because I haven't read a lot about it. I've read a lot about business, not a lot about entrepreneurship. So I feel like I need to learn a little bit more about that. So Lean Startup is definitely going to be up here. Now this next one is by an author that I have read, I think 4 books now at this point. I think I've read Unshakable, Money Master the Game, and I think one more I can vaguely remember. So I'm going to read Awaken the Giant by Tony Robbins. I got this book for free. I found it in a book pickup, I believe. And I was very curious because it's by the author I respect. And it's just one of those books where it's like, I've read a couple of your books and have gotten a lot of value and joy from reading those books. This is a big one too. I think it's like 400 pages. Yeah, it's like 400, it's 500 pages actually. This will keep me busy for a while. So I wanted to read this one mainly because it's diving into 4 different aspects of life: mental, emotional, physical, and financial. Those are all very important things. So maybe I can get a bit more information from this book that I may not have gotten from the other books that I read and the ones that I plan on reading. So this book is kind of like the all-rounder. Personally, it's just a good, solid book that probably when I'm done, I'm like, you know what? That's a solid like 8 out of 10 book. It's not perfect. It's not Superior Man, because Superior Man's a 10 out of 10 book, but this is definitely like a solid block building book. And the last book that I shall plan on reading is actually a fiction book, The Alchemist. I bought this book 6, 7, 8 months ago, and I haven't read it yet. So I kind of feel the need to read this because it's a finance book, but in a fiction sense. So it's more of a story than more of a, all right, so here's how you do this is how you do that, this is what I went through. No, it's a story about finances, which I haven't read before, and it's one of those few fiction books that has been recommended by a lot of people to read to get a better idea of finances. I think this will be a worthwhile read for me personally, just to get something new, because I have been reading a lot of romance, business, personal, but not a lot of finance, and this is a fiction finance, so I might as well just tune something up. I do think that these books right here, 100% worth it. Way Superior Man, Lean Startup, Awaken the Giant, The Alchemist. If there's any book to read, it's definitely Way Superior Man, but otherwise these are the books I plan on reading in July, so make sure you guys check out Way Superior Man. First and foremost, make sure you click the subscribe button down below so you can get more content like this, because I plan on uploading way more content nowadays. And yeah, I hope you guys see you guys in the next video. Peace.